Assalamu alaikum, dear learners. Today our topic is voice. What's voice? Voice is the form of a verb which indicates whether the subject does the work or something has been done to it. Again, voice is the form of a verb which indicates whether the subject does the work or something has been done to it. There are mainly two types of voice. Those are active voice and passive voice. Active voice. When the subject of a sentence is the doer or actor, then the verb is in active voice. Example, Sahab does the work. On the other hand, when the subject of a sentence is acted upon, then the verb is in passive voice. Example, the work is done by Sahab. Clear? When subject is more prominent to object, that time we should use active voice, but when object is more prominent to subject, that time we should use passive voice. For example, Betel, who has written this poem? You answered me that Odit has written this poem. So here subject is important. Who has written? Odit has written this poem. So here subject is important. That's why the sentence is written in active form. But consider that every day you go through a street and you saw some mangoes were hanging the branches of a big mango tree. Wonder while walking, you could see that there is no mango in the tree, and you are asking your friends, where are the mangoes? Your friend answered, the mangoes were eaten. So here, what is the important thing? Part? The mangoes. The mangoes is object. That's why the sentence is written as passive form. Clear? Now we will learn the general rules for changing voice. Our first rule is that the object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject of the verb in the passive voice. The object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject of the verb in the passive voice. This first rule. Second rule, the subject of the verb in the active voice becomes the object in the passive voice preceded by the preposition by, but sometimes we have to use for, to, in, etc. instead of using by. In passive voice, main verb always be third form, that is past participle form. Clear? Then in passive voice there will be an auxiliary verb, which auxiliary verb is used in active form of next tense. But in case of continuous tense, auxiliary verb won't be changed, but being should be added after auxiliary verb. Just remember this. I will make it clear later. Now see. Example. Active voice. Parveen eats mango. Parveen eats a mango. Parveen eats a mango. Here the sentence, you have to consider which tense the sentence belongs to. The sentence, it is simple present tense. Or now this object, or first rule, that object of the verb in the active voice become the subject of the verb in the passive voice. We bring a mango. Now our second rule is that the subject of the verb in the active voice becomes the object of the verb in the passive voice, that is Parveen. You have to write here Parveen. But before that you have to place, or you have to give, write or buy a mango. Then in passive voice main verb always be third form, that is third form of it is, or past participle only, eaten. What? Eaten. Then in passive voice there will be an auxiliary verb which auxiliary verb is used in active form of the next tense? It is simple present tense. So next tense is present continuous tense. In present continuous tense, generally we use am, is, or are as auxiliary verb. That's why you have to give or you have to write one of them auxiliary verbs here, that a mango is written by Parveen. Is it clear? Again, remember, here I have written object a mango. Then you have to write the auxiliary verb of the next tense, that is, it is present continuous tense. Next tense is present continuous tense. So the auxiliary verb of the present continuous tense is am, is, are. That's why I have written here what is a mango is. Then third form, that is past participle form of the main verb eat. Past participle is eaten. A mango is eaten. Then you have to write, then subject will be the object of the sentence. That means Parveen. Here you have to write Parveen, but before that you have to write a preposition by. That is by. Now a mango is eaten by Parveen. Is it clear to you? But yet I haven't used these rules here. I'm showing you. Parveen is eating a mango. Here see, this is subject and this is main verb, this is auxiliary verb and this object. And the sentence is in present continuous tense. Clear? Now, object. We write here a mango. Here I have told auxiliary verb won't be changed. So here you have to write here is. A mango is. But you have to add on being after that auxiliary verb. A mango is being. Then in all cases you have to use the third form of the main verb, that is eaten. A mango is being eaten. Then you have to use subject as object. A mango is being eaten by Parveen. Is it clear? So today I have discussed, then in case of past continuous tense, you have to use the auxiliary verb of the past continuous tense to make passive form or to convert into passive form. In case of future indefinite tense, you have to use the auxiliary verb of the future continuous tense. Then present perfect tense, you have to use the auxiliary verb of the present perfect continuous tense. And past perfect tense, you have to use the auxiliary verb of the past perfect continuous tense. And in future perfect tense, to convert into future passive form, you have to use the auxiliary verb of the future perfect continuous tense. Is it clear to you? But in continuous tense, you will not change the any auxiliary verb. Just after those auxiliary, you will add on what? Being. Okay? Is it clear to you? And in next part, I will discuss more elaborately about the about the changing voice. Okay? To detail this. Bye.